would help if I turned my mic on instead of just talking into nothing. Let's go to just chatting. Whoop, that is the wrong one. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Red Red. Welcome to the Space Monkey Mafia. Space Monkey Mop. God, I can't speak today. Space Monkey Mafia. Your pants are the enemy. There we go. I finally said it. I spat out the words. We're going to do some just chatting. Sorry for the fan in the background. I am hot and I'm not feeling too well. That is why the fan is on the background. I have been trying my best to play games without the fan running. You might hear my PC fan running, but that is different. Um, but we're going to talk about the Iwata conundrum. For those of you who are in the tabletop hobby and like to paint your models with airbrush, oh, I have my headphones on backwards. Excuse me. You might. Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm just going to be talking about some stuff real quick and then I will get into Cyberpunk. But like I said, for those of you who know what Iwata is and you're in the tabletop scene, you know it is a airbrush company in Japan. They make really solid airbrushes at really good prices. Their stuff lasts a very long time. It is very top tier, especially if you take care of it. And their stuff's been out for quite a while, but I've noticed there's been a lot of fluctuation with the prices and stuff that may have to do with COVID. But even before COVID, there was a lot of weird price changes. But I just want to get in that for right now. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because every time I want to get something for my Iwata airbrush, or maybe thinking about upgrading, they're either always out of stock, or they're usually out of stock when they're extremely low price, but or they're available and they're really really overpriced. And I have issues with that, but it's something I can't control. I'm just going to bring up a few examples right now. So the 3 years ago, I bought the Neo CN Gravity Feed Airbrush Kit. Comes with the Neo Air compressor. Comes with the Neo Air airbrush. Came with some paint, some cleaner stuff. It's a pretty solid kit. I bought it for I think about 130, 140. But if you go onto Amazon now, the kit is $162, which is bullshit because the compressor itself, I think, is now selling for, I'll have to go look, I think like $150, which is ridiculous. It used to be a hell of a lot more expensive when it first came out, but this is a set that's been out for quite a number of years. This came out when I first started looking into airbrushing, which has been like more than, I don't know, 7 years, I would say. So it's been out for quite a while. But on Amazon, it's $162.98, which is a complete and utter ripoff. Do not buy it from Amazon. Let's see. I'm not sponsored by any of these websites, but I will put in some websites in the link where I found it cheaper. There's a place called Jerry's Artist Outlet. I have no idea if this place has good reviews or not. I just saw it was on there for 44.2% off. So they were selling it for almost $260, which is still really really outrageous for how much this thing is, for how old this is. And I don't think they've been that price for ages, at least this kit. Like I said, they were selling it for $259.65. You save $143.55, and they're selling it for $144.95, which is what I believe I had bought mine for, was around $140. I no longer have the receipt, and I can't find it in my bank statements, but I know I did not spend I know I didn't spend $162 on it. Like I said, I bought mine 3 years ago. It is a excellent kit to dip your big toe into airbrushing, especially if all you're doing is priming your models and giving them a decent base coating. The only issue that I have is with the air compressor itself. It is nice, it's very compact, so if you don't have a big space to do it, it's not one of those gigantic ones where it's going to take up a lot of space. This is something that can easily fit in your hand. You can take it on the go if you need to. It's very, very decent. It's loud, but it's not super duper loud. Like, it's not going to blow out your eardrums. It's something you can easily tune out. It's not going to disturb other people in the house. But like I said, it does have a safety feature that prevents it from overheating. Let me actually go back here and pop this link in here. So if you guys are curious, I know, but I can spam links. Ha! Like I said, you can go check that stuff out for yourself. Oh my god, that looks really bad, that big, but that's all right. Like I said, you can go check it out yourself. It is a very excellent, excellent starting kit for for starting out, because it does give you cleaner. It does give you a bunch of stuff. It gives you the air compressor, which you're going to need. It gives you kind of a cheap hose, but that's all right. The Neo, that's the Neo Iwata CO, I believe it is the brush that you get with it. The problem with the brush that I'm having right now is I've kind of hit a plateau with it. The brush itself, even though it's Iwata, parts of the brush were manufactured or outsourced and manufactured. So a lot of diehard Iwata fanboys say, this is a garbage brush, don't get it. There are, after a while, you will, like I said, you will kind of hit a plateau with it, and you'll start to notice that even though it's a very good and excellent brush to start off with, airbrush, it's gonna hit some snags. You're gonna, after a while, it's hard to explain. You're just gonna notice it. You're gonna feel it, and I think part of that could be also the air compressor too. Like I said, after 15 minutes, it does shut off for the stop it from overheating, which is a neat feature. And at first, I didn't care about it because if I'm priming a Blood Bowl team, no problem. But I kept getting hit with snags and hiccups where I've been having to clean my brush more and more and more and more. And the way you clean the brush, the needle, you can't really push it forward. Usually, with certain ones, you're able to actually push the needle forward instead of pushing it back through the actual airbrush. And when you push it back or you take it out through the back, basically you're gunking up the inside of it. Where if you push it from the back through the front of it, you don't get that as much. I probably will talk about this in a stream once I set things up. I don't know how great of a quality it will be, but I'll set up like a camera and everything and show off my airbrush and whatnot. I just can't do it right now. Well, hello, and how are you? Right now, I'm just talking about Iwata airbrushes and stuff like that, because every time I try to find an Iwata airbrush, they're either out of stock when they're having really great good sales on them, or there's plenty of them in stock because they're heavily overpriced. Right now, the one that I'm talking about that I started off is the CN gravity fed airbrush, which if I'll post a link to it. I bought mine, I think, for 140 or 130. And if you go to Amazon, it's 162. If you go to some other sites, it's about 180, which is completely and utterly ridiculous for how much, for how old this kit is. It's a good solid kit, but the prices just they keep fluctuating on Iwata products. Part of it is probably because they're manufactured in Japan, and with COVID and everything. The other thing is they've always been doing this even way before COVID. And the reasoning behind that, I am not sure. There was a time when I was looking into getting this kit. I'll post that link again. Now it's not letting me. I forgot I can't post it there, so I gotta go post it here, which is dumb. Excuse me. Um, anyway, so some of the reasons they say that the price is in flux, and I don't know if this is true at all, but this kit here that I bought, apparently they stopped making it in the US for a while. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, this thing popped up on my radar about 7 years ago. So yes, it is outdated, but it is a still very, very good high quality airbrush to get into for starters, especially if you don't have a lot of space and you don't want to buy a huge freaking air compressor and you have limited space and it's something that you can pick up and go and take over to a friend's house if you guys are going to be doing um, priming models and terrain and stuff over at another friend's house. It's very good for that, but like I said, there are limitations to it. It is more aimed towards beginner friendly, I would say. I'm still a novice or noob when it comes to very much comes to um, airbrushing, because like I said, I've only been airbrushing for about 3 years, and that's mainly just to prime miniatures and give them a bit a base coat. Now the other brush that I found is, which is the brush that I am looking to buy, is the Iwata Eclipse series HPCS. It's also gravity feed. You have to be careful when you're looking for these sets because you can find them cheaper at Hobby Lobby. Yes, it may be very much cheaper to buy at Hobby Lobby, but I'm looking for a gravity feed and not a siphon feed. Gravity feed is what you want to do for Warhammer models, D&D models, um, tabletop models. A gravity fed is like I said, is what you want. You don't want the siphon feed, which is it has a tank on the bottom and not at the top. That stuff is more for like modeled cars and remote control cars and airplanes and things like that. So you're not going to get a good coating on your models. It's probably going to kill a lot of the detail on your models. It doesn't spray out. Um, it doesn't spray correct. I don't know how to say this right because my brain is just dying. It it's meant to coat and to cover a large area where you have more control with a gravity fed, and you're not going to lose detail on your models. Um, but right now, so the Iwata Eclipse series airbrush, I will link this here. The airbrush itself, this one is a fairly newer airbrush. It's still kind of old though. They probably have been updating in its designs, and this is the one I'm looking at and having trouble finding this set. This is a very good set because you do get the hose, you do get the airbrush, you do get your stuff with it. I think is $170, and you can usually find it a little bit cheaper. But lately, everything has just been up in prices. Like I said, it's very very hard to find. Gonna pop up. There we go. Lately, oh, and I'm not doing. I've had to redo my stream. Like I said, it's find Iwata products at a good price. Is the stream dead? Is it fucked? Let's try that one more time. Like I said, it's been in case my stream got scuffed because it's been scuffing on my phone. It's telling me I have a shit ton of drops, dropped frames. But like I said, it's been very, very hard to find Iwata products at a good price for a very long time, even before COVID. Usually, when you find them at a good price, they're sold out, and then you have to. You're kind of stuck in this weird purgatory of waiting because even if you do find one that is a good price and you click on it, to let them know when it comes back in stock, you usually won't get that email. And if you do get that email, it's at a weird time of night. And by the time you hop on to go get it, it's already sold out again. I am not, I will say this, I am absolutely not sponsored by any of the websites that I just posted. These are just places that I found through searching on Google that had what I was looking for, or just had had what I was looking. Let me try this again. They had either the product that I was looking for, or they had it similar to the prices that I had bought my original kit. Um, I don't really care for Blick. That's where I bought my first set. Again, it was around $140. Their prices have skyrocketed through the roof. It took them a very long time to ship it. I know it was right around as COVID started, but they dragged their heels in getting it out, which I wasn't really a fan of. And the other thing is they do have some stuff, some art supply and stuff, but it's really not art supply geared towards miniatures. It's more like traditional art and things like that. So if you're looking for stencils or anything like that, you're really not going to find a really good like brushes to paint with miniatures. You're really not going to find the quality of brushes that you need um, for that type of stuff. So it's very very limited into what you would actually um, be getting for tabletop stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna close out of all this. Sorry about that. I am sick. And I'm gonna pop over into Cyberpunk. Hopefully, no, I don't want that open. I don't want that open. I don't know why you open that. I have over 3,000 frame drops, which is awesome. Even though I just fixed everything. Um, I don't really know why my bit rate sucks balls. I have everything. When I went to do this last time, I made sure that it could run the settings that I'm running, and it said it's fine. But lately, I'm pretty sure it's just YouTube Studio, not YouTube, Twitch Studio that's doing this shit to me. So let's just go back in here. You're gonna re-edit the stream real quick. Nope, we're gonna play Cyberpunk now. Even though it's not gonna change my thing for me because I know how Twitch is. Alrighty. I did find a certain build that I want to go with. However, not happy with the guide to it. I'm stuttering a lot today. Not trying to. My brain's just kind of all over the place. Ooh. That might be good. A good buy. I never bought the first one. That's on sale for like $5. Well, I did buy the first one. I just never beat it. Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 is on sale for $5 over on Steam. Very awesome. I played the first one when it was still kind of in early access. I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. Where am I going? I want to go to library. I don't want to search games. So the new patch came out, and there was another patch, which I don't know what that patch did exactly. I guess we'll find out. I need to close that because it's going to jank up my stuff. I need to close this because this will jank up my stuff. Alright. There should be no... I wonder if that is what is fucking me up. Alright, let us...
rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood. Thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed. Cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Net runners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid.
Why is this so fucked up?
While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement.
Well, that's not good. There's a lot of lag. Alright.
Well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Alright, hopefully that fixed shit. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on or how to fix this stuff. That looks like that fixed the frame drop issue. Maybe, but like I'm getting so much more. I'm probably gonna have to start the stream over. Yeah, so I'm gonna start the stream over and try to fix my settings, because it is saying I am lagging like a bitch, and it is. There's no way you should have over 40,000 drop frames in a couple of seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dreadbread. I will be right back. I am so sorry.